Greetings and welcome to New Dawn Presentation 4. There's a saying that on the surface of it sounds very contradictory, and it's probably not quite correct either as such, or the way it is said is misunderstood, and that is everything is nothing, nothing is everything. You can take it to the level of a wise man is wise when he knows everything when he knows nothing. Well, perhaps a better way of explaining this would be to say it's not to know, well, it is to know nothing, as in personally at a soul level knowing what nothing is. This is the critical thing. It's knowing what nothing is. Now, the what is the critical word in this. It's magnetism. Let me paint you a picture of how this can all be. You can see things in a very black and white way of with just five senses, and you can say if I can't see it, it's not there. You use electricity. You can't actually see electricity. Now, what if you can see all the other visible light? What if your sight is opened up and you can now see in infrared and ultraviolet and everything in between? How different things will appear, how the colours will look very different from the way they do now. Why, in spiritual terms, the colours you mix together come out with completely different colours from this 3D reality, for example. So I think even the ideas of time and space are going to disappear as well. But something else to consider with all this: if you therefore are the light and you become the sun of your universe, what happens when you bring lots of lights together? I mean, let's take this in a practical sense. Let's say just 200 people. Now, generally you're going to get that if they're listening to one person on a stage, whichever medium, even a YouTube video, for example. And that does not giving the other 200 people an equal chance to say anything. So what happens if, as lights, and you become your own suns of your own universes? Now, you can have two suns in a sky. There's plenty of references to this anyway, and depictions of this, whether it be real or not. But moving into this new realm, if we are like light, if we are suns of universes, and you've got two suns in one universe, or two in two universes simultaneously, are we going to generate too much sun, too much light, if we're in a large number? See, I think small communities of maybe 12 is the answer, not city-sized proportions. Too much of a good thing comes to mind with this. So I think this new world will not only look very different and be very different, but the way we look at what we call civilization and the way we live will change dramatically. The stillness, you can have as much or as little of it as you want. I think it may even be that with the ones that are blissfully unaware of any of this, that have taken like the atheistic media believing route, why upset them? Let them go that way. It may well be that they'll be pushed to like an outer fringe, as it were, and will actually be able to see in, and that may help them to bring them as we move closer to the middle. It's all about magnetism and going attracted to something anyway. This is the duality of it, because it's what the energy you're going to give to something and what you create with mind And I mean, we're in the physical realm, so everything is taken down to a physical level. So people will see the physical things a lot easier than the things created from thought. But it still exists in this realm, in the same way electricity exists in this realm. It's only the outcome of it and the interaction with something else that is actually seen. And a lot of people don't realise that thought creates. It totally changes everything. So knowing what nothing is knowing nothing, as in you are the magnet that drives the electric and the dielectric. Neither will work, they are inert. They don't work without the magnetism. So it is down to being and doing nothing. That is the answer to get through this. We can be distracted by everything else around. Now this is where the bravery has to come in. I think I said this on video too, but it's worth reiterating anyway. The bravery is standing firm and not allowing any of the fear or any of the negatives to get to you. It will take a lot. It's hard going out there. One of the reasons I'm making these videos is the circle of people that I talk to or in contact in one way or another with. I just want to sort of try and strengthen them up when it looks like, or it feels to me like they're starting to fall for the fear in even the slightest little way, because safety in numbers, your soul family, and I think it's right to do that. We're being benevolent. We're not forcing anything. We're just sort of just saying the right words and keeping people in the highest vibration possible, because I think that's what's going to count. But what a wonderful new age of possibilities this can be. We create it. There's no two ways about it. I think also this wave, this magnetism wave that's coming down, it will wipe the slate clean. All things like autism, Asperger's, bipolar, all the vaccine and trauma damaged outcomes that we have today will be corrected, and such things will no longer exist. All the vaccine injuries will be reversed, and things will be evened out. And as we move more into the eve, the divine, the balance back to more towards divine feminine. But yeah, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. What will come and the possibilities, and I'm just loving this. It's so peaceful. Even on the 3D, it's like, well, road fatalities have definitely dropped off. Cancer seems to have dropped off. The schools are shut. The observatories are closed. The religious centres are closed. There's a lot less noise out there. The weather's beautiful. I come in. I don't stay out all continuously. I go out and then I'll have a top up with natural vitamin D, and then I'll come in, roll a cigarette, make a coffee, and then I'll go back out again. And I was watching the tomato plants. They're going to be sort of stars of future videos, I think. I could see the way as the sun was moving round. They've been planted. They've been watered. Now the sun's coming round. They're very slowly starting to sort of go upright to the light, as it were, and it's going to be interesting to watch these develop. I might try and experiment with the two sides. 3, I will nip out the arms and allow the growth the way I was sort of told to do it, and the other 3 I'll leave, and let's see if it is spreading ourselves too thin. Is that tomato plant going to be able to generate as many tomatoes? It'd be an interesting experiment to see, because knowing how so many things we're told is the opposite of what it really is, and though it makes sense as well, it's like Matt said, on Quantum of Conscience, the division, it's believable enough for both sides, and so I'm going to put it to the test with these tomato plants, and it's a bit of fun. It's relaxing. It's not back-breaking work. It's the work is done really. It's just sitting back and watching them and enjoying nature. See, no garden is can still be made into a garden. I can still get the benefits of the colours of all the plants, the flowers. There's an energy coming off them, and maybe when we are glowing golden and we are like the sun, we will provide the light to feed those as well. We tend to a garden maybe as a light source, as it were. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, and I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be an interesting journey ahead, and there's more that I'm not going to say at the moment, more sort of on a sort of personal level, but it's all good, and just let things flow. And time's speeding up anyway, the thing that we know as time. Just watch the sun position in the sky each day, how it seems to be really changing. It's much higher, so it appears that the shadows it's casting are much slower, over an hour easily, and it's changing at such a rapid rate. It's no wonder they wanted the observatories shut. Don't want people to see what's going on, you see, but we do see. This is the whole point. So third video today, 11:22, another number sequence. It's amazing. I mean, the first video today I started at 10:44, the second one at 13:44 with the uploads. So number 2 will be up, followed rapidly by number 3, and then this one will follow. So that's 3 today. So that's enough from me, and I can't reiterate that message enough of just be still and let it all flow over you, as it were, and interesting to see what comes afterwards.